Hello, welcome back to episode 3, the Purifier walkthrough, run through, shoot through. Here you catch up with me while I'm in the middle of farming that item. There you go. Shoulder guards, incendiary shoulder guards, one of the monster infrequents that the cowboys drop. It's level 21, on 20 I'll stick it on when I level up. Hang on to that for now, and that's where it's going to go when I put it on. The other item that they drop, the other monster infrequent, is head armor. And we'll go inside and buy some immense random number luck. First guy I kill, second, third, maybe, I don't know, one of them. Second guy I kill drops the head armor, the incendiary cask. These two items are great. The helmet slightly more so because it directly buffs fire strike. The shoulders are buffing Blackwater Cocktail, which I'm not using. If you want to use Blackwater Cocktail for a bit just to see what it's like, go ahead. I'm not going to. Here's the mini boss, Moneybags Martin. It's a good test of the build. Take him on. Lose about, I don't know, quarter health, third health. In quite a big fight. I mean, he died quite quickly. He does drop a very nice monster infrequent medal, which he has not dropped. We'll go back and get that later. Maybe in Elite. Maybe I'll go and get it later in Normal, but probably not. You come down here to grab this shrine. There's a little bit of a quest you can grab, some more XP. Waste the undead. Still working on completing Ghoul. That's a good note to get. That's the one with the 4% damage converted to health on it. So that's weapon damage, or a skill that includes weapon damage. So pretty much me shooting things, I'll be getting health back all the time things are getting hit. Get to level 21 on that quest. That was the texts, the old Arcovia texts that I just found in Cronley's lair. So stick a point in that. That gives you attack damage converted to health on Vindictive Flame. It's always good to have. Don't want to use that yet. Might put a point or two in that later, but for now I'll just leave that. We'll go back to Inquisitor and start pumping points in now. Keep putting points into the mastery until we get to Aura of Censure, and then max that out. It's just me farming a bit, killing some ghosts, leveling up. There's 22. Had a little bit of a think there before putting all of them in there. Yeah, I really just want to max that out and get Aura of Censure. Here's the Cronley fight. I cut a bit out of the middle of it because it drags on a bit, so I'm running round and round in circles. This is before I get the quest to kill him, so I just went in here, cleared this area out. On some builds, he's easier than the Krieg fight. On some builds, he's harder than the Krieg fight. On this build, hey, everything just dies. Eventually. So what I'll do here is I'll nip out, grab the Twin Falls Rift, and then go back to what I should have been doing all along, which is complete the Krieg quest, and then cash in everything that I've done up till now, which is Shanks back in Arcovia just outside Devil's Crossing, all the stuff up to Cronley. You can just cash it all in one go, and then I'll come back to Twin Falls and progress from here. So I've done stuff in a bit of a roundabout way, but it's the way I like to do it. And it means you can grab a few extra shrines before you do anything else. Quick summary of where I am with the build. I had a couple of really good drops. That, and then this, which is part of the same set. That dropped when I killed Boris and the other guy in the fighting pit in Arcovia. Boris also drops this monster infrequent. Pitmaster's Axe. And that's decent if you're doing a physical bleed. Well, physical bleed dual wield would be good if you had two of those. These things are the items that drop from the cowboys and the helmet. I've had a couple of those drop. As with all this stuff, keep tab 2 open, swap them over. Keep the one that does the best damage for fire strike, sell the rest. That also dropped. I mean, that's if you were doing, I don't know why you would, but if you were doing a melee Purifier, I mean it's viable. It's just not, you lose a heck of a lot of the Inquisitor ranged damage bonuses and skills, but you can do a melee Purifier. It's perfectly viable. That's the sort of thing you might want to use if you had that. That's just a random thing that dropped, as are those gloves. Don't really want any of this stuff. Get rid of all that. That's another thing that drops when you, I don't think it's Boris, I think it's the other guy, whoever the other guy is. There's 2 random ones that spawn with him in that pit. You get one of them. Don't need that either. Right, what I'm going to do is reclaim that devotion point I was talking about, and then get 2 more shrines. Oh yeah, there's Stephen Skinner. He's someone, you rescue his family in Old Arcovia, and he gives you that ring. Physical damage, not really any use to me, but what we'll do is go in here and reclaim that point. There you go. What I can do now is grab that ghoul thing, stick it on flame touch, permanent toggle skill. If you're going to put a devotion skill that triggers on, that's 45% health, so when my health drops to 45% or below, this will activate. So you put it on something that's permanently there, permanent toggle skill, not some skill that also has criteria for being active. Otherwise you can't guarantee that that will trigger. Right, so one more point and I can finish that. Should give me 3 red. Like I said, I'm working my way over here, and I need some green points. I'll have to give that a bit of thought. Probably that one. Right. We'll nip over. What I'm going to do, there's, if you count the shrines in Act 1, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The 7th one is just before you get to Warden Krieg's area. There's also an 8th one over here in Eastmarsh, but you need to be, I don't know, level 30ish before you even think about going over there. Unless you want the challenge, and unless you're not playing in hardcore. Up here, that's the one in the Spiny Cove by that ghost boss. That's on the side of the road as you work up towards the old Arcovia Rift. That's the one in Cronley's hideout. And there's an easy one to get over in Twin Falls. I'll go over and get that, then I'll go and do Krieg just to get him out of the way so I can get into the Forgotten Gods area and start earning rep with those guys. Of course I'm at 23. I said I was heading to 22. I was 22, now I'm 23. Sticking to the plan and pointing physique. Now I've got Demolitionist up to this point. I mean, ultimately I'm going to want to max it out. Max both of them out. There's no real need to skimp on skill points. I mean, you could, but I'm going to max both of them out. Here I'm still working towards Aura of Censure, so I'm just going to put points in. Like I said, I don't want to put a point in that. That chance to avoid projectiles at the cost of a diminished attack speed, I wouldn't bother. There's a boss and a gold chest in here. Actually, let's go and grab that. Might get some royal jelly if I'm lucky, then I can get that other quest later on. A couple of places the chest can spawn. If you stick to the left hand side of the cave and work your way down, sometimes it's right down the bottom here. There it is. Right, that's the one place it can spawn. So we'll grab that. That's no use to me. And also, oh, I actually got fire damage on it. Anything with of kings is decent, because when you get hit you get a buff to your damage and speed, but I've got the set going on with those two items. I don't really want to swap that over. Where's the boss? Oh, there he is. She, whatever. I think it's a she. Come here, lad, we'll kill you. Mana infusion on. Vaporized. Swamp Dweller's Leg Guards. Actually, is that any good? Yeah. +1 to all skills in Inquisitor. Okay. We'll have that. When we're a high enough level to equip it. 24. Swamp Dweller's Leg Guards. See, they're alright. They're not damage specific. Okay, they've got a Shaman +2 to Mogdragon's Pact Shaman and +2 to Spectral Binding Necro. But for any build, the physique, the cunning, the health regen, and that poison and acid resistance 60%. Unless you're playing a cultist and you've got Blood of Driga, that's pretty good. Okay, that ring, there's a all damage buff and a bunch of resistances. Where's it gone? There it is. And attack speed. So okay, let's see where we can get the most benefit. From 559, 1560. Okay, we'll swap it with that one. It's not exactly a scientific method, but at this stage in the game it doesn't really matter. I'll just clear this lot out. Royal jelly just dropped. You need that. You need 3 of them for a quest in a bit. Like I said, I'm going to go and get the shrine here, and then I'm going to go and kill Krieg, so we can move on. Legitimately move on, rather than just run around. One thing I'll point out is when you get into a fight with a big group and they're at range and you've got melee guys stumbling towards you, you've got range guys shooting at you and hitting you, and you've got generally any enemy that's sort of like wandering around glowing yellow, that's a healer. So what I try and do, if the range ones are hitting you, see look, this guy's walking towards me, he's not causing any problems. If there were ranged people shooting, take them out first and then get the shamblers as and when you want. And if there's a yellow guy who's going to heal people, take him out as well as soon as possible. See if you get an example of this down here. There might be a whole load that'll spawn. I'll just try and... There you go. Right. Right, there's a yellow healer there. He's a healer. There's a healer. There's 2 in the middle of all that healing. There's ranged and there's these melee ones. So if you run into the middle of it and take out the healers, and then like aim for the ranged, wherever there's ranged people shooting, and the other lot will take care of themselves just by dying for you. Oh, there's a totem, we'll have that. Oh, I missed one. Where's he gone? Oh, there he is. Right, so what I'll do here, because I can get 3 of these up, I'm going to put 2 on the totem and then stick another one by the door and run back. Stop interfering with my life. Right, I'll drop the 3rd one, trigger the totem, and then spray them. Unbelievable. Okay, that's really good. It's just to show you that it's my luck and I'm not lying. Marauder's ammo belt. That's the 3rd part of the skit of the set. They're all right. Not brilliant. Let's pick all this stuff up. I've got a blueprint for Ranger's ribbon. Let's get that right. Marauder's ammo belt. I'll tell you a bit about this. Again, this is another item that enables the ability to dual wield ranged weapons, but it also has that skill on it if you're using 2 pistols. So it's got a 10% chance to be used, 80% main hand damage, 80% offhand, 56 to 67 fire, and the 3rd, let's just equip it. Helps if you pick it up first. Right, so we equip that, and if you look at the so if you've got 2 items of the set, you get plus 40 offensive ability. 3 items of the set, 7 fire and 7 cold. That's added to your weapon damage. So this is it's a great set to have. And yeah, like I said, I've been quite lucky getting all this stuff to drop. Glad you saw that one drop. Glad I was actually recording when that one dropped. Right, let's pick all this stuff up and check this out later. I'll go and get the shrine. It's just up here. There it is. There, look. Same tactic. I'll drop the 2nd one there. Actually, let's just trigger it. There's not going to be much coming out of this. No, that's just an offhand. Right, let's go. We'll finish Ghoul off. So now we've got enough red for that. We need 3 more green. We can start pumping points into that. And this is a really good one. If you look at what happens there, you put down Fire Strike. Starts off quite low, minus 5% fire resist. So it debuffs the enemy, but that goes up and up and up. Every time it levels up, you get better resistance reduction, plus it deals a whole lot of fire damage. Chaos damage is okay. I mean, I've got an item that converts fire to chaos, sorry, the other way around, chaos to fire at the moment. Right, I'm not going to do much more around here. I only wanted that. Let's go and get Krieg. Making my way through his cellar. Got another totem up ahead. We'll do that. Same tactic. I think I can use that thing now, can't I? Where's that gone? There it is, right. Let's whack that on. Yeah, that +1 to all skills and Inquisitor. That's, I mean, it doesn't really matter what else is on that thing. That's great. But the Cunning Spirit, offensive ability, pierce resistance. Right, let's do the leveling up. Yeah, I'm still heading. I want to get that as soon as possible, and I'll also put a point into Storm Spread. Later on, Word of Renewal, I'm not bothered about that at the moment. Not having any problems with health, so I don't really care about that at the moment. But yeah, another 17 points, a few more levels to go yet. Got another one-shot chest here in the abandoned storerooms, and a dead body. Let's see what we've got coming out of here. Okay. Yeah. That brimstone repeater that's part of that set is a two-handed ranged weapon. But if you weren't off farming these things, that's really good. Let's just see what difference it makes. It might be better. Yeah, we'll keep that on. Fire strike massively improved. That's because of the +2 to explosive strike. So that 1-pointer with various things going on is now a 5-pointer. Just coming up to almost where the 7th Area 1 shrine is. You can see it on the map just there. And it's a ruined shrine. Needs an ether crystal. It's not a fight. There it is. I'll just grab that. Okay. I'll just have a big party. You might notice what's going on here. That's a epic one-handed ranged, it's level 25 gun. But that is just amazing, really. If I was going to recommend what drop would I like to have drop, that's all sorts of awesome. Meanwhile, right, he's finished. I'm going to start putting points into Quill. Then it'll give me the 6 points I need in green, so I can grab that. This is elemental damage, ether resistance, health energy, elemental damage. And that's the final Act 1 rift. A couple of lore notes. There's a few more in here on lecterns. As always, read those. And I'm back. You didn't see the break I took, but I took a break. Let's go kill Krieg. He's got it coming. And he's a bad man. Also, I've heard. What I'll do, the plan is get to level 25 before I reach Krieg, which will happen. It's pretty obvious that's going to happen. I'll swap that gun around. This one. And then face the bad guy. This should get me that. We're level 25. I'll make this quick. Go and see the inventor. Keep that on. Swap that gun over. Actually, let's just see what we're doing here. 2337. So does it make any difference if I swap them over? 2337. No. So is that? Yeah. We'll keep that as the main hand because it's doing more damage. So anything that pulls in main hand damage, we'll use that one. Right, Krieg, you're going down, buddy. Level 25 level up. Point into physique. Back to Inquisitor, we're still working towards that. We'll grab that on the way, so put 1 point into that. In next level up. So it'll be 2 points in the mastery, 1 point in that. You get to this point in this area. There's some stairs going down here. You can get into a hidden spider lair for a bit of additional XP and some loot. It's here, there's the entrance there, just so you can see it. It's hidden, so you can't really see that. I mean, if you turn the screen on, you can see it. Ominous lair. If you don't like spiders, don't come in here. Or rather, if you don't like spiders, do come in here, because then you can kill them all. Alright, we're coming up to the Krieg fight. Let's clear this area just before we go in. Not going to level up again. Grab this last lore note. Plenty of ether crystals to get in this area. Should be a boss just up here. Oh, there he is. You see these elemental seals that are appearing on the ground when I shoot things? That's a granted skill on that gun. Elemental seal, 15% chance on attack. So again, it's more damage, more fun. Well, as you can see on the mini-map and on the main map, it's all greyed out. So I haven't come in and tried this out. I haven't come in and had a go at Krieg to see how easy it is. What I'll do now, so I'll put my life, my reputation, my career on the line. I'm going to go in there and I'm going to stand right in front of him and I'm going to just keep shooting him in the face, and I doubt my damage is going to dip lower than, I don't know, a third, and he's going to die really quickly. That's my prediction. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I'm not going to be wrong.
I've been expecting.
Yeah, I can truly kill you, Krieg. This is quite good, because I was talking about this in the video I did about monster infrequents, and I said Krieg always has a chance to drop both his monster infrequents at the same time. And look what he's done here. He's dropped that one, and he's dropped that one. That's a pet summoner weapon. It's really good. And if you're doing a skeleton build, grab that, keep that. You don't even need to change that all the way through to the end of the game if you can't be bothered. And that is a really good soldier shield, particularly if you're doing blitz. Well, I mean, you do a soldier, you're always going to be doing blitz, otherwise what are you playing at? My opinion. Right, we're going to cash this in, and what you'll see, helps if you read the lore note. Go and cash this in, and because I've already killed Shanks, or whatever his name was just here, and I've already done Cronley, I should get loads and loads of XP from those quests in one big lump.
Is it finished?
Yeah, it's finished, mate.
Defeat is a great victory for us, nay, for all of humankind.
All of humankind. I'm
I'm
the hero they don't even deserve. I've done that. I've done that. Yeah. It's the XP I needed but didn't deserve. Hello, Barnabas.
Come, friend. Right to business then. Nobody's.
Right, so what he's saying here, speak to Quaid at the rover camp. Yeah, I could do that, but I'm going to talk to this guy first. He appears and starts doing his thing as soon as you kill Krieg.
I cannot speak.
So what I'll do is I'll quickly nip in here. Just want to start earning rep with these guys. There's also some shrines to grab in this place, but if you want a level 50 item early on in the game, nip up here, break that vase up, break that vase, and you get this. It's not a shield, it's a mace. It's always there. There's one in normal, one in elite, one in ultimate. Ooh, okay. I'll have a look at the gear in a bit, see if I've got any decent upgrades. But for now, let's just open that rift up and do this first quest.
So, the three have to go.
Yeah. There's also a whole bunch of lore notes in here. I'll grab them all in one go and read them, get the XP. Don't forget the one behind this, there's a hidden door here. Go through that. Right, do a quick level up on lore notes before we do the thing. Right, point and physique. Who can remember what I said I was going to do? I certainly can't. Right, 1 point in that. Grab Storm Spread, which immediately goes up to 2 instead of 1, because remember I've got that item, the amulet, that gives +1 to all Inquisitor skills, and then I only need 9 additional points. So I've got to do 3 more levels, and then the next level after that, I'll just stick 3 points in that, and I'll just max that out before doing anything else. It's just one way of doing it. I mean, there's other ways of doing it. That's the way I'm going to do it. Let's surprise these bad boys.
The emissary warned.
Yeah. We can see how that's all starting to come together.
I could hear the back. Ah, yeah.
So what's happened now? I'm not even going to bother doing anything else here. I'm just going to get out. If you look at so I've got Bismael, Drieg and Soleil they've all started getting rep. I mean, unless I get an Eldritch totem spawn out in the world now, I won't get any more rep from them. But when I'll come back in here and start running around in a bit. Rover's friendly, yeah, that's okay. Right, let's go and do what we're supposed to be doing now. Quaid, the old Arcovia camp. It's all the places I've already been.
Keep your weapons where I can.
And because he wanted me to destroy things that look like that in the bandit camps, but I'd already done it, and he wanted me to kill Moneybags Martin, and I've already done it. So yeah, this guy wants royal jelly, so get all that stuff. So you get that as a quest reward and the recipe to make it.
I'll give you a good price of what I've got left.
Faction storekeeper. I mean, rovers aren't really big on fire damage stuff. It's more pets and other things. It's the only thing they've got. It's not even that good.
Iron well spent.
Right, cross the bridge near Twin Falls to enter Homestead. Can't do that. You've got to run through the Arcovian Undercity and get to Broken Hills. And actually, I lied. I want to show you this Colosseum fight. There's a big boss in here. It's also a good way of demonstrating how, although I don't have any actual area effect skills or spells or whatever, the area effect damage of this build is coming together quite nicely. Don't know what that was then. That was a bit of a lag glitch. Look at these boys. Boss spawns just down here. I'll go and pull him out. There he is. What you can see from this now with that node on Ghoul, that 4% of attack damage converted to house, making a massive difference. See, he was hitting me, but I was clawing back so much health through that. Just made the fight look trivial. I love this thing he drops. This is a really nice shield that he drops. If you're a Necro or a Death Knight or whatever. It's this. Looks like this, look. That's a cool shield. No pun intended, obviously. See, if I didn't have that Marauders set, that would be really nice. Just coming up to 27, this should get it. Yeah, there you go. Helps if you click the right button. Like I said, I'm constantly working up towards that now, or Ascension, get that next. And anybody who had any doubts about this, you know, like, oh, you should have used this skill or that skill, or what about your area damage? Hopefully, what I'm showing you is convincing you that what I'm doing does actually work. There you go. I mean, how quick was that to clear that totem? A couple of seconds. And this isn't because I've done anything particularly outlandish or clever, not really. 1 point I've only put, well, alright, I put more than 1 point into Firestrike, I put a couple into Firestrike. But everything else is just, apart from stuff where gear has buffed it, It's just 1 point. I've not gone for any additional skills. I'm just shooting things. Apart from Inquisitor Seal. That thing, it's just a damage buff. I'll get rid of that in a bit once I get a... Well, at the moment it's fine. I mean, that plus 100% to all damage. Don't underestimate how useful that is in a fight like the one I just had. Devotions, just a quick summary of where we've got to. I did Fiend first. Ghoul. I'm working on Quill. And I've got Quill done. Soleil's Witchblade for the resistance reduction on fire there. I actually want to show you something interesting. It's all about the way things are, again, it's the way damage works. You see this, right? See that elemental seals, 15% chance on attack, right? Vindictive Flame is actually categorized as an attack. It's not a weapon attack, but it's an attack, and I can prove this because what I'll do is I'll walk up to some bad guys, they will hit me, Vindictive Flame will trigger, and that elemental seal will appear on the ground. So it's got a percentage chance. It's not going to definitely happen the first time. But watch this. I'm not going to shoot anything. I just want things to hit me. Right. There you go. Right. So they hit me. Vindictive Flame triggered, and that elemental seal appeared on the ground. Now that is coming from that gun that says elemental seal 15% chance on attack. So Vindictive Flame isn't retaliation damage, it is categorised as an attack. And any skills you've got from gear that have a percentage chance on attack to happen, Vindictive Flame can trigger them. Just thought that was worth mentioning. Just to clear that up, because I know that's something that a lot of people either wouldn't know or would have a question about it, like what is going on here. But that's what's going on there. I'll just quickly show you a little hidden area up here. It's always worth nipping into to grab a chest. Right. So where we are at the moment, you come into this area and work your way around. I'm in this funny little circular bit here. You can walk straight up here through this hidden passage. And the first time you come in here, there's always one of these medium, not a one-shot chest, but it's one of those is always in here when you come in the first time. It's worth it if you want to see if you get a decent loot roll. Not really. Not really. And that guy down there, this is where you come out into Broken Hills from the Arcovian Undercity. Get that quest off him to go and kill his, I think it's his corrupted harpy daughter. Right, let's just quickly get this quest. This is the one to kill the 3 named ghosty bad guys in the Undercity. So you grab that. And then I'll just go and do my thing. Check back in either when I level up or hit the next shrine. Just a quick tip, when you're working your way through the Arcovian Undercity, you get to this exit here, Ruin Entrance, which is so you come in up here, that's where you came in, and there's this. Where you're heading is like out here and round and down a bit to go to the lower level. But if you nip out of here, either grab this quest or don't. I mean, you might as well while you're walking past. You're not going to do it for a bit. But come out here and open up this rift. Yeah, and then just go back in. That'll save you a lot of faffing about and backtracking when you finish the quests in here. You just portal straight out to that rift instead of running back through a whole area you've already cleared. I mean, there's nothing. I like coming in here and just running around killing stuff because it's fun, and I do it over and over. But the first time you come through here, you might as well go out and open up that rift just to get it done. Might level up on this totem. I'm going to get pretty close to it.
Can't do that yet.
Can't you? I'm sure you could if you tried. I definitely need to check my gear, see if I've got anything better than what I'm wearing. Come on, one of you boys get me. Oh, this will get me to 28. Excellent. Almost there. Yeah, I'll be 3. So next level will get me to 50, and then after that, I'm just going to max that out, and then go back and start putting points in as and when. Probably the next thing I'll do after I've maxed that out is get Demolitionist up to here so I can get Thermite Mine. And if I look like I'm, you know, if my damage looks like it's dropping off, I can always put a few points in here, put a point in that, eventually put a point in that. I'll do this just so you can see me do it rather than because I desperately need to do it. Say you'd handed that in as part of that quest and you didn't have it, so you're running around with no relic. Once you get the brain, I got that from Krieg, you can craft this, which does a bit of percentage fire damage increase, offensive ability, and it has a 5% chance on attack to do a bunch of stuff, including fire damage and burn damage. So I'm going to create one of those, pretend I never had that. I'll go and stick it in shared stash, so I've never got to lie to those people ever again. I can just use that on any other characters. If you've got a fair amount of dynamite, I mean, you can go and either go and farm it, or at some point you can use the blacksmith to change ether bits and pieces into it. I got 6, it's a reasonable amount. There's a treasure trove here, you need a dynamite to open it. Sometimes you get decent stuff. What I'll do is I'll open it and I'll run away so I don't auto loot everything that drops out. I'm going to have a look and see what comes out. So that was worth doing. It's given me an ancient heart, which is a rare crafting material. Also, there is one shrine in the base game, like not the expansion, that requires an ancient heart to restore it. Apart from that, that's not that great. I was hoping I'd get a blueprint or something nice, but next shrine coming up. I've got Kilrian down here and a bunch of ghosts that sometimes pop out. There we go. What I try and do is clear as many of the peripheral ghosts as possible before fighting Kilrian, just because they get in the way. Doesn't really make much difference. Should be able to just stand in front of him. If you look like you're taking too much damage from him, just run away. It's that purple glop he drops on the floor. Get out of that. Yeah. Need to... Oh, see now that? Okay, what do I need for that? Blooded Thorn, Sear and Ember. I think I've got one of those in stash. I think one of those dropped. Yeah. Okay, that's a really nice, I mean, as you can see, for a fire damage build, that's very nice. And it's got a skill that when you use that actually adds a bunch of damage to the attacks you do for 15 seconds. What I'll do is I'll make one of those and use it so you can see what it does, and then you can decide whether, if you've got that drop, whether you'd want to make one. Chilled steel. When you get to elite, it needs a cold stone, so you've got to have been able to craft that. There's the blueprint. what I'm doing is working to complete Quill. So I'll stick a point in there, ether resistance. I mean, you know, it's mediocre at best, but once I've got that complete, I can do this. And because I've unlocked that Broken Hills thing, I can just go straight over there now. I haven't got to walk all the way back. Running around Broken Hills, you've got the quest target here for that guy that was outside the Undercity. So what I tend to do her, then run across and get this shrine. You see that when there's all those fireballs that shoot out. Of course they won't do it now. That. The sort of fireballs that shot out, that was from that Calamity relic. Polished emerald on this one. I think in Elite it needs an imbued silver. That's not bad if you're having problems with health. Keep working on Quill. I've got 2 more to go. This one and the next one. And I'll be on that. Now what I would do, because there's a lot to do in this area. Look, I came from over here. So I've run all this way to get the shrine. Now campaign progression is to the west, and Steps of Torment and a bunch of other stuff are back to the east, which I want to do. So what I'll do is run across and get the next rift. I'll record this because I'm going to hit 29 in a sec. Alice is just up here. You don't have to talk to her.
Watch your back. Trust no.
But you can if you want. She tells you a bunch of stuff. And she says she doesn't want to go back to Devil's Crossing. I'm just going to run quickly through this area. I'm not going to bother shooting too much stuff. Actually go the right way, it would help. I just want to get the next rift. Might be some scrapple dynamite there. Scrap, got it. It's just to save backtracking. I mean, you can farm areas as much as you want, and I tend to farm areas as much as I want. But I also like to get the next rift open up, just so I feel like I've achieved something. Ooh, look at him. Yeah, that calamity effect's quite nice, particularly if things are surrounding you. So you've got this entrance up here, you go in here, open the what's-it. Now remember, I killed that Lutra the Abandoned, which is a quest target. So I immediately go back to Broken Hills from here. So I've opened that up now. I'll go and cash this in. Hopefully this will level me up to 29. I'll finish this video when I hit 30 and allocate the points. So I think that'll be enough for this video. Boom. What you also get, you get an attribute point from that quest. And I've leveled, so I'll have 2, so there'll be 2 attribute points now, one from the level up and one from that quest that he just gave me. Again, stick them all in physique. And I am now, I've now maxed out the Inquisitor Mastery, so I'm going to put points into that next level up. I'll just show you a quick optional area over here. You clear this external area and then there's a dungeon. I'll actually go and do this. There's a guy down there, Naren Kerr or something, who's a chaos boy. He does drop a nice chaos sword. Now if the celestial shrine, I'm trouble saying that, if the celestial shrine was going to spawn, it would be up here somewhere. Oh, it's there. Okay. Oh god. Okay. I can't back down now. I can't say, oh well, you know, this character's really great. By the way, I'm not gonna try the celestial totem because it's gonna kill me. Right, time to walk the flipping walk, John. I mean, I fully intend to, when I get to Steps of Torment, to do the whole thing, just to show you. There it is, Celestial Totem. Am I going to regret this? Probably.
Skill's not ready.
Yeah, I'm not ready, mate. Okay, let's do this properly. Full concentration. Die Muppets. Ooh, stay out of the purple stuff. Stay away from the tentacles. Don't think I've got them all yet. Didn't hear the thing blow up. Oh, maybe it did. Yeah, it did. Look at that. Right, let's go. Well, I hope you liked that. I didn't particularly like that. That was easy, wasn't it? The interesting thing about Naren Kerr, that's this guy down here, he's got some nasty attacks, and I've gone in here a bit blasé before now and been one-shotted. When I was messing about in softcore, I mean hardcore, you've got to be a little bit more aware of what you're doing. And the thing is, I don't mind if this character dies, I don't really care, because at least it will show you how not to play. There he is, look. Come on.
I can't do that yet.
Put one on him, that'll do. He's not close enough. Come on, walk through that, man. We can both play that game. Yeah. He didn't drop his sword, bit of a shame, but he's dropped that. I get some decent XP from reading that. One thing worth mentioning, in this Broken Hills area, so this is where you start. That was the bit we were just running around in. I'm on my way to the Steps of Torment the long way round. I wanted to show you this. This is a door that isn't a door yet. There's a quest called a Hidden Path quest. Now behind that door is the second boss on the Hidden Path quest, and he has a monster infrequent pair of pants, trousers that he drops, and they've always got some kind of attack damage converted to health on them, and they can also drop with some really good resistances. So I'll be coming back to get that at some point, probably in the next video, the level 31 to 40 video. Right, coming up to Steps of Torment entrance, what I'll do is cash this quest in, go and kill enough stuff to get to 30, do the point allocation for 30 and then quit out, and then in the next video we'll do the hidden path quest up to that boss I was talking about, and I'll try and clear the whole of Steps of Torment, including the stuff behind the skeleton key door. The Chamber of Souls in there, and the two main bosses, Ilgor the Eternal and Alchemos. Should be alright doing that, but I mean either way, whether I die or not, should be a fun video. So let's just get this done. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to do enough in here to get to 30 and then quit, because I think that's enough for this video. I'm trying to keep them in blocks of 10 level ups for now. Right, that's that sorted. Always keep an eye on the mutators when you come in here. They actually got reduced elemental resistance. That would have been a really good one to do a run on, but never mind. So what I'm doing here, physique, as I was saying, just constantly pumping points into that. Now I can get Aura of Censure. I'm going to max this out. It lowers the elemental resistance of anything within a 5.4 meter radius. It deals fire damage. It actually does. It's not saying it puts the fire damage onto your weapon. This thing actually deals that damage to anything that comes near you. So that's great, but you've got to turn it on. It's a toggle skill. So I'll put it down here with my other toggle skills. Aura of Censure, switch that bad boy on. Right, let's just have a quick... I wasn't going to do this, but let's just quickly run down here and kill a few ghosts.
Can't do that yet.
Yeah, see, they're just melting now. Could do with the boss, just to demonstrate boss killing. Oh, there's one. There's two. Alright, hello.
I can't carry anymore. I can't carry anymore.
I can't, and at that point, let's quit this video. And I'll see you in the next one. Thanks very much for watching. Hope this is continuing to be as fun for you as it is for me. Look at that, look, he's getting nuked by that elemental seal that was right over there. It's good night from me, and it's see ya from him.